Welcome to instalment number 5 of the King Cole Cow. For this one, you should have got to this point on your squares. So we've added these lovely little triangular borders on. Each one should have a little marker at the beginning for the grey row on this one. So they're important for the next stage. You need to hand your petrol, the mustard and the cream, and one of the important little things I'm going to note for you here is that if you've done a cream bobble border here, you will be using the mustard. If you have done a mustard bobbly border, then you will be using the cream. So you're either using this combination or this combination for the next stage. So let's get started. So you need to insert your hook next to any one of the markers. So it doesn't matter which of the 4 you pick, but you need to insert your hook and bring your yarn back through, like so. Then we do one chain. Again, I like to use the tail, but you can use either the tail or the main yarn. That's your choice. Just one chain. It doesn't count as a stitch. And then what we're going to do next is do 4 double crochets, that's UK double crochets, up each of these side colours. So each one gets 4 double crochets, and always in the petrol. So we've got, oops, come back out, keep the tail out of the way. Oops, start that one again. All fingers and thumbs this afternoon. Right. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then into the pale grey 1, 2, 3. I'm trying wherever possible to go under a double set, not just a single, because I don't think you get a firm enough join between the 2 lots. Another 4 up the side of the plum. Don't work too tightly, it needs to be neat, but you don't want it to concertina in. It just needs to be a nice firm edging. What's that one? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when you get to the silver grey at the top, again, we need 4 up the side, and I've just popped that in just to show where this is going to be a corner, so I can take that out now. I've got there, and you need a double crochet, 1 chain and 1 double crochet into the corner, and you're going to do that on all 4 corners. And then we're going to start working down here. Again, you need 4 double crochets down the side. Some of the stitches are a bit more fiddly than others, but just as nice and even as you can make them, because we're looking for a nice even finish. 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, we're nearly there. I'm just going to show you in a moment how to go over the gap that happens between each of the 4 corners. So this is that's the final 4, so you've now come to this space here, and what you're doing there is working 4 chains, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you go across the gap to where your other marker is and you start again. So again, double crochet. Oops, I split my yarn there. This one is a bit more fiddly to do. 1, I'm going to take that out because it's in my way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you jump into the next colour. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to carry on just as I did here. So I'm going to carry on going all the way around with a double crochet, a chain and a double crochet in every corner, and a 4 chain between each set for that round. Okay, so we've done the foundation row and we're now doing round 1, and as I mentioned before, because this row here is in the cream, we're now working with the mustard for the next row. So you put your hook into any of the 4 corner spaces, doesn't matter which one, and bring your yarn through, and as before, bring 1 chain just to anchor the corner, and then we get the working yarn and we do into that same corner, we're doing 1 double crochet, 2 chains this time, and another double crochet. So that's the corner done. Now just for the corner, you then miss 1 of your double crochet, and then you chain 2. So I'm going to miss, that's the corner, so I'm going to miss that one and go into the next with a double crochet, and then you keep doing chain 2, you miss 2 stitches, so I'm going to miss that one, and work into this one, and I'm working under the 2 loops there. So that's 1, and we're going to repeat this 8 times in total. So miss 2 into the next one, 2 crochet, chain, and a double, 2 chain, miss 2, do another one, 2 chain, miss 2, do another one, 2, 1, 2, into your third, 2, miss 2, work into your third. Okay, and then you're here, so we're going to do 2 chain, 1 double crochet into that 4 chain space, 2 chain, another double crochet all into the gap, and another 2 chain. Then you miss your first double crochet and you double crochet into the one at the other side, so you've actually got a nice even amount at your sides. 2 chain, miss 2, and another double crochet. You're going to then carry on, work all the way up to the corner, and then in your next corner you do a double crochet, 2 chain, and another double crochet, and you keep going all the way round till you join with a slip stitch at the end. Okay, so I've gone all the way around, but just before you fasten off, I want to point a couple of things out just for ease for counting. So you can see the little sort of V-stitch bit, which is just the bottom of the double crochet. Now you need to count 20 going right from the corner, there are 20 of those, right to the other corner. That does include the corners. And what you will have there then are 19 two chain spaces across, and the 20th is one corner. So from here you've got 19 there, and that is number 20, and that works all the way around, so that you actually have 80 two chain spaces in total all the way around when you've finished that row. So check that before you fasten off. Okay, we are now about to do round 2, and again we're back on with the petrol, and that is for every one of these rounds, so in that colour. So we're going to join into a corner, and again I like to do a chain, but we're actually going to do 3 chains in this corner. So that was 1, 2, 3, and for this one it counts as a treble on this row. So I'm going to do 1 more treble there, 2 chains, and then another 2 trebles. Every corner has 2 trebles, 2 chains, 2 trebles to make the corner. Then this is the repetitive bit. You do 1 chain, and then into the 2 chain spaces of this row you're going to do 3 trebles. So you've got 1 chain, 3 trebles. That's 1, 2. Again, these are UK trebles, just in case you're following this in another country. These are all UK stitches. And we're going to repeat that all the way along the row to the other corner. So I'm going to pause there and work all the way across, and then we'll pick up again at the other corner in a moment. Okay, so I've finished working virtually to the end of the row, so I'm on to my final set of trebles. Here. And then we've got the 1 chain, and then I'm at the corner. So for the corner it's 2 trebles, 2 chain, and oops, I'm working into the corner, and final 2 trebles, and then it's 1 chain and back into another set of 3. So that when you've finished, every set along the side will have 3 trebles, and they're split by a chain, but every corner would only have 2 trebles and 2 chain. So you keep going till you've gone the whole way around. Okay, so this is how it should look when you've finished. Say you'll either have the mustard colour or you'll have the cream, depending on which square you're on. You need to finish all 9 to this point and then sew them together from behind, as we did a little tutorial earlier with a little overstitch. And then when you've got to that point, you'll then be ready for the final instalment, which is the big border.